Good news, everyone. I just realized I haven't talked about my dreams. And why is that? Well, because I have so much to talk about. But then again, I was not thinking about my dreams. What's my dreams for the future, for today, for tomorrow? And I find that interesting because maybe I have been so busy of just thinking about and doing my things, which is happening right now in the near future. And probably like many other people, I was just very busy also thinking about my past. And on top of that, of course, watching movies, news, TV series, and other things, and going shopping, talking to people, making the daily life things. So, what's my plans for the future, or what's my dreams for the future? Are they different? Maybe they are. Now, my plans for the future are just staying here and in this apartment and being at this place in Puerto de la Cruz in Tenerife in the Canary Islands in Spain, and also having visitors like my daughters are coming, and my niece, and also the addition of the boyfriend of my oldest daughter. So I am really looking forward to coming the 17th of May. So, what's my plan besides that? I have probably thought about many things, where to go or what to do. But I actually do not have many plans. I have optional plans of where to go and what to do in the near future or this year. But actually, what's my dreams of the future? I have been thinking of so many things, of concerning traveling. That's one thing, Do I go on a cruise ship one day? I used to work on a cruise ship as a young man, and I like cruises. I watch a lot of shows on the YouTube about cruises, and I know it's a great thing. And also, I wanted to go so many places, go back to Montreal and visit my family and friends there. And of course, also finally go to Norway. I haven't been in any of those places for years and years. So maybe that's a plan or a dream. But when it comes to dreams, I guess it must be also traveling to places I've never been before, like Australia and New Zealand. Is Asia somewhere there, or is Hawaii or California or going back to Florida? Could be, could be. I also had the dreams and plans actually of making myself finally an official solo album, an album with my music. I have the past 6 months put my music on a pause because my breath doesn't work good, and I the last few sessions I had with singing and creating music, my breath was not keeping up with in the way I like to, and I got so disencouraged. I mean, that I would just not wanted to sing anymore and not play anymore, and I guess that's pretty natural but I had all these plans, and I was talking to some of my friends about what my plans were, and I made like about 15 tunes that I needed to record again. I recorded them once, but I needed to write down the lyrics, and I needed to record it with my guitar and me singing. And I also had plans with certain musicians in the area here, the local musicians, to make a session and maybe hire them in for making the recording. And I was even looking at possibilities where to do this, use as a studio, and also add some more instruments or to what I already made, and also buying some technical recording products of microphones and speakers and mix table and so on, and even a lot better computer. Now, I find myself being a kind of a person that not do things in a perfectionist way. I'm fine. I like to have the possibilities of being us. That there can be some rough edges, and therefore, but when I found myself in that my health didn't get along with my dreams, I just had to realize I had to postpone everything. I got a bit sad, of course, and I also had other plans for, well, this channel, but it's going along a bit, minute by minute in Puerto La Cruz, but I also had a plan for re-recording, or actually recording, where I read my poems from that book I was mentioning earlier, a lyric book, where I have written like I think 80 poems and lyrics in Norwegian, and were to read them out loud on a system of kind of just audio podcast or audio record, an album kind of and record them in different places out in the nature. Even I was planning to go one of the other islands here in the Canary Islands, but again that didn't happen. I recorded a couple of them, or something like that, maybe 4 or 5 of them, and they are there, but it's not recorded in a professional way, because I do have good mics and so on, and with possibilities of having a good sound. Now, I do believe those dreams will be a reality one day, one point later, and but now I have maybe to imagine myself making up new dreams. And what are they? And the things that I could realize I could make happening any day, or very soon, or within this year. Within, I would say, something that is going to be lovely for me. Something that will be like a good thing for me to keep me going, with energy, and I could look back that it was and say, oh, I did that, and it was great, it was fun. maybe not something that I would, could record, or like this channel, or something, the previous things I was talking about, but maybe experience an adventure, going somewhere, or maybe not going somewhere, but maybe doing something. And like I started also this novel, um, which is a self biography, and kind of, but it's a little like between, a fantasy and biography, because if I write about myself, I find that something that I don't need to invent everything, I can change some names, I can change a few things that happens, but still, it's about this artist, which have done a few records, concerts, written a few books, have been in the media, semi famous, I guess. Gotten into his third marriage, I guess, and is living here. He's living at maybe not this hotel, but on in Puerto de la Cruz area. But I started to write. I've written a lot, but a lot. I would say enough to have said it's starting to become something. But as I'm a bit like this in a sense of energy and inspiration, what a word, being inspired, uh, it has its days where I could write a lot and others I don't, and now I haven't written for a while again. So I need a manager, I often say. Talk to my manager, because I have no clue. But then again, um, it's a hard day life for us. It's sometimes things can go smooth, and other times I have more than enough with my daily routines, if I do ever have any routines. But I mean, it's life can challenge, of course, everybody, and some have unfair challenges, and I think I have certain things, when it comes to my health and so on, which is hard. My lungs are pretty effed up, and I need treatment every 2 weeks to try to get this slow down of my damaged lungs. And everybody need lungs, and it's a part of a long process, and also that I cannot do physically things as much as I could before. I can't even really clean my apartment. It will take me forever. But I'm lucky enough to have someone that I hired to do that. And I just, I do my dishes. I do a little bit of the laundry, and I keep my things in place. So, but I try to do walks, but I can't stress myself also. But all of those things are things I have to work on steadily. But it also, of course, limits me somewhat when it comes to things I can do, which means there's a few things I can't do anymore. But maybe and hopefully I can do them again one day. And I see myself, being that person again, being curious and explore certain new countries or places at least, and going back to the drawing board when it comes to my music, or listening to the recordings that I have done the last year, and make them as a composition where I can perform them as well as I can, and even hire some musicians to help me out, and maybe finally make that album I wanted for as long as I can remember, since I was a teenager, I guess. So, dreams. Of course, there's a lot of people out there that don't have really any dreams beside maybe surviving one more day, not being abused another 24 hours or ever, for hopefully, or not starving anymore. You can take this, as it is, while others, they have huge dreams of being world famous, or making an invention, or which will be used in the whole mankind, or being the next you know person that will become a billionaire. I guess I at the moment I just couldn't recall anybody worth mentioning. Or those people, or those actually guys. They are mainly guys, and I read some numbers of some of them, and they're making, it's like buying things for 40, 50 billion dollars a company. It's like, what? And it's like they are worth hundreds of billions of dollars privately. Person, one man. Really. So you can actually stop hunger in the world with your money. Why don't you do that? I don't know. Maybe it's a bad investment. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But I'm okay. I'm doing okay financially. I'm can't complain. At the moment, at least, I had some rough patches, a while there. But that's at the moment, the last few years, I'm doing okay. But still, I need to think about what I'm using my money on, as many of us have to. So this is not going to be a very long podcast. I see already I'm closing in on 20 minutes, and this is not going to be at 30 minutes, because I think they are a bit long sometimes. And a lot of the people will lose their concentration. What I've been trying this time around is to watch directly in the camera all the time. And maybe I have succeeded. I don't know. So, what's my dreams? Besides those things I mentioned, well, is for sure being around for many more years. So, you have a nice day now. And take care. I'll see you soon.